What if I told you that the device you're using right now is more powerful than entire rooms full of machines from just a few decades ago? In fact, modern smartphones have more computing power than early space mission computers like those used in the Apollo program. Welcome back to the channel. If you enjoy simple and clear explanations about technology, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Let's explore the fascinating evolution of computers. A computer is simply a machine that performs calculations. But the need for computers comes from something much bigger: the ability to handle complex calculations and store massive amounts of information. Today, this includes everything from scientific research to everyday apps and communication. This need has existed since the beginning of human intelligence. The earliest known computing device was the abacus. It was a simple tool made of rods and beads, mainly used for addition and subtraction. While it was basic, it marked the beginning of computation and is still used in some parts of the world for teaching math. From that small device to today's powerful machines, computer technology has changed dramatically. Now we carry computers everywhere, in our bags and even in our hands. Let's go back in time and see how this evolution happened. Welcome to our channel zenithtech, the best explanation of technology for beginners. Some of the earliest developments took place in Europe between the 16th and 17th centuries. In 1642, French scientist Blaise Pascal created a mechanical calculator capable of adding large numbers efficiently. This machine is often called the Pascaline. Later, German mathematician Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz improved this idea by building a machine that could also multiply, divide, and calculate square roots, introducing the stepped reckoner mechanism. In 1820, Charles Xavier Thomas introduced the first commercially successful mechanical calculator, making computing tools more accessible for businesses. A major breakthrough came from Charles Babbage, often called the father of modern computing. In 1822, he developed the difference engine, an automatic mechanical calculator. He later designed the Analytical Engine, which is considered the first concept of a general-purpose computer, including ideas similar to a modern CPU and memory. These early machines used mechanical parts like gears and levers instead of electronic components. They were large, complex, and slow compared to today's computers. A major step forward came with punched cards, invented by Herman Hollerith and James Powers from the U.S. Census Bureau. These cards stored data using patterns of holes, allowing machines to process information automatically. This method was widely used for decades, even into the early days of programming. In 1896, Hollerith founded a company to build these machines. Later, under Thomas J. Watson, it became IBM in 1924. IBM played a major role in shaping modern computing. In 1944, IBM created the Harvard Mark I, one of the first large-scale automatic computers. It was extremely large, filled with wires and mechanical components. Data was entered using punched cards, and results were printed. In 1946, the first fully electronic digital computer was introduced, ENIAC. It used vacuum tubes and was about 1,000 times faster than earlier machines. It also consumed a huge amount of electricity and generated a lot of heat. A calculation that took a human 20 hours could be done by ENIAC in just 30 seconds. This was a major turning point. ENIAC was followed by EDVAC, which introduced stored programs, a concept that is still used in modern computers today. Then came UNIVAC I in 1951, one of the first commercial computers. It even predicted the 1952 U.S. presidential election, correctly forecasting Dwight Eisenhower's victory, demonstrating the real-world power of computing. Now let's look at the generations of computers. First generation, 1950 to 1959, these computers used vacuum tubes. They were large, expensive, and consumed a lot of power, often requiring entire rooms and special cooling systems. Second generation, 1959 to 1969, transistors replaced vacuum tubes, making computers smaller, faster, and more reliable, while also reducing energy consumption. Third generation, 1969 to 1977, integrated circuits were introduced, allowing more components to fit into smaller spaces. This increased efficiency and reduced size significantly. Fourth generation, 1980s, present, with very large-scale integration, millions of transistors were placed on a single chip. This led to the rise of personal computers and modern processors. Companies like Apple and IBM made computers widely available. The Macintosh introduced a graphical user interface, making computers easier to use and more accessible to the general public. Portable computers also began to develop. In 1981, the Osborne 1 was released. It was considered portable, although it was quite heavy and limited in performance. Soon after, companies like Hewlett-Packard began producing portable systems. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, laptops became more practical, with improved screens, better battery life, and higher performance. Fifth generation, present and future. Today, computers are entering the era of artificial intelligence. Modern systems can learn, adapt, and simulate human thinking using advanced algorithms and large amounts of data. From robotics to advanced simulations, the future of computing is still evolving. That was a brief look at the evolution of computers, from simple tools to powerful intelligent machines. What do you think is the most important development in computer history? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.